It's been a while since I made a video, and I just felt like making a video would be a good way to remedy that situation. And I'm also putting out homework. Wink, cocky nod, point. That was a pop culture reference. Don't know if you got it. Going along the lines of pop culture, see a little like segue in there. I realized that I learned a lot through pop culture, like books and movies and Twitter and stuff. And so I just kind of wanted to see if you guys have had the same experience as me. When I was younger, a young child, I read a lot of young adult books, which I haven't grown out of yet. One of the books that I would say is probably a staple of my childhood would be Princess Diaries, which is probably a little inappropriate for like a 6th grader to be reading, but whatever. Anyway, at the end of the book, Mia, who's like the narrator, it's like her diary and she's a princess. You've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. The guy that she likes, or maybe doesn't like, has a dog named Pavlov. And so she goes into explaining how Pavlov's dog worked. Basically what he does is he takes a dog and he rings a bell and then gives it meat to eat. And then he keeps doing that continually. And then in the end, when he rings the bell, the dog starts to salivate because it's used to associating the bell sound with the meat. And so without the meat, it's just salivating and it's like, hey, what's going on here? And so it's kind of Pavlov's experiment, which I learned because I read Princess Diaries. And that was probably about 5 years before I took Intro to Psychology and actually learned about it at school. Interesting. So Annie, sure you guys know about Annie, set in like early 40s, 50s era after the Depression. I know that Herbert Hoover was president because of the song We'd Like to Thank You, Herbert Hoover. It was between Herbert Hoover and Al Smith, and they paid attention and they chose Herbert Hoover. So that's a history lesson that I learned from a musical when I was probably in 5th grade or something when I first heard it. My last example, I know that there's a lot of other examples because I've been thinking about this video idea for a really long time, but when I was making my notes, I could only remember one other one. So I follow this author, Maureen Johnson. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's pretty much amazing. So she was retweeting somebody who said wherefore something something blah blah blah, and then somebody commented, doesn't wherefore mean why? And she's like, yeah, I know it means why, but I just like to use it however I want to use it. So I learned what wherefore means, and it doesn't mean where, it means why. 2 days later, I was doing a reading for Rhetoric of Feminism, and guess what? Here's one of the phrases that was in the reading that I had to do for my class in my senior year of college. Wherefore I'm being kicked out of the court. That means why. She wants to know why she's being kicked out of the court. Huh, learned about that through Twitter, not in my Rhetoric of Feminism class. Anyway, this is just a video because I haven't made a video in a really long time, and yeah, so I'm making one right now. This is really awkward, and I'm still making eye contact with you. Is that weirding you out? I don't know. It's kind of weirding me out, I'll be honest, but yet here we are. Still, sorry, I couldn't do it. Anyway, I'm gonna go, but first, before I go, something that I hope to include in a lot of more upcoming videos, meaning hopefully I'll make videos more. That's what I'm getting at. I bought these at Target. I don't know if you saw like my last vlog that I did, but I kind of like putting stuff in water and watching it grow into amazing things. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna try and use one in every video. And there's 12 pieces, so that means there's gonna be at least 12 videos coming at ya. A lot of you might be wondering why I'm not doing this in a glass of water as it's illustrated. And that's because it's just a lot more fun to use the sink. You know, you use the sink to brush your teeth, wash your hands, and that's pretty much it. So anytime you get to use the sink for something fun, why wouldn't you? Why, do you hate fun? Do you hate fun? I don't hate fun, so that's why I'm doing this. First grow capsule result. It was a horse. I thought it was gonna be a pig because it was red, but no, it was a horse. It's even got a little eye. You can see that. Yeah. So hopefully I'll make a video soon and we can do another one of these. Can't wait to test out red number 2. Right there. It's this one.